Sign up to the SBR Network and use your free daily bet points to earn real-world prizes. Click on the page and start winning now.
Hi, welcome to SBR Forum Videos. I'm Peter Lojak. We are continuing our coverage of Spring Training 2014 with Doug Upstone, who's on the scene in Arizona, covering spring training with us remotely. Doug, thanks for being back with us.
Hey, Peter, my pleasure to be back. You've got the Oakland A's. Their last year at this particular ballpark, and two-time division champs, big surprise in both cases, and they're going after number 3 this year.
Yeah, I'll tell you, the A's are one of the most interesting teams to handicap this upcoming year. Now, last year, they were by far one of the most profitable teams in baseball. They were number 4 overall, but they were very tight. They were almost number 2. They were up almost 20 units last year. They were super, super profitable. Last year, they had a great bullpen. Their bullpen was number 6 in terms of bullpen ERA. Looking ahead to this upcoming year, though, most of the research that I've done projects them to regress a little bit. They haven't done much in the way of acquiring new talent, and most of the people that are returning are projected for at least a little bit of regression. One person, Josh Donaldson in particular, I've seen projected for a significant regression. Bartolo Colon was also a big part of their success last year. He's gone. They don't really have a lot of depth in the rotation. So, in general, I'm looking for the A's to come a little bit back down to earth, but they were such a great bet last year that maybe they'll still be at least a little bit of a good bet this year. What do you think, Doug?
Yeah, I actually think they're still going to be, 20 units might be a little bit high, but I think this is still going to be a very, very good ball club. And the reason I say that is, when you look at their pitching staff, yes, they lost Bartolo Colon, but they picked up Scott Kazmir, and to expect Bartolo Colon at 40-plus years old to continue to go, that's just unrealistic. So Kazmir comes in, they got 4 pitchers that are very good starters. They're all 26 or younger, so injuries certainly wouldn't seem to be an issue for them. And I think they're going to be, in terms of the pitching, very good. They picked up Johnson in terms of reliever coming out of Baltimore, so I think they've kept that need, and they have. I saw Doolittle pitch today, lefty, throws heat, just ate up left-handed batters today that he faced. I think their pitching is still going to be among the best in baseball, and it's going to give them an opportunity to win literally every day.
All right. Well, yeah, a big factor in their value last year was not just how many games they won, but how relatively modest their lines were, and I could easily see that happening again this year. They're going to need a good bullpen, though. Is the bullpen going to be as good as it was last year?
Yes, there's no reason to think it won't be every bit as good as last year. So they lost Belfar, but again, they replaced him with Johnson. At worst, that's a push, from that standpoint. And the thing that's really interesting about their team is that, they have a lot of versatility. And yes, Donaldson, is likely to regress, but they have a lot of versatility in the lineup. And Bob Melvin has really bought into this Moneyball Part 2 situation with this team. And so they're able to create a lot of different mismatches against opponents, and that's why they, succeed on a continual basis.
Absolutely, and that is a great point. They do have a lot of depth in the field, and they don't really, win with flashy play or huge offenses, so that is the kind of thing that would serve to keep their lines a little bit modest. All right, I'm thinking about, blindly betting the A's. Again, maybe not, as you said, not quite as profitably as last year, but I think more likely than not, we're going to see them plus units by the All-Star break. What's their win total for the year?
88.5 is what they're projected, and myself, I don't see any reason why they don't get there again, if exceeded by a few games.
Yeah, makes sense to me. All right, Doug Upstone, thanks so much for another great call.